Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Joshua's Inferno. As always, I have to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you've not subscribed yet, please do so. Hit that subscribe button. Share my videos. Again, you're watching the damn thing, so help me out. So a lot's transpired in the last couple days, especially yesterday. Couple events. Let's start with the missile that hit Poland yesterday. First, news came out. News was that, the first initial story that I saw was that a missile fired from Russia hit the Ukrainian border near Poland. That was the first initial news article that I saw, killing a few people that were Polish citizens. After that, it became, oh no, it wasn't in the Ukraine near the border, it was actually in Poland. And that missile was fired by Russia. So as soon as I heard that, I was like, okay, we are on the brink of World War III. Poland is a NATO country, and if Russia fired upon Poland, then not great things would happen. NATO would have to, enact Article 4, and then we would be on and running. Russia would, have to respond, which, who knows if China or North Korea or Iran would have, ran to Russia's defenses, and then we have a full-fledged World War III event going on. Today, they had an emergency meeting at NATO. From what I've last read, again, it's so hard to tell what news is real and what news isn't nowadays. Again, first it was on Ukraine, then it was in Poland, and it was Russia. And so it turns out that actually, immediately last night, following the events, Russia claimed that it was not them. They did not fire upon Poland, which I don't think Putin was that dumb either. I mean, just to completely launch missiles upon Poland would not be in his best interest. I mean, I think this war is around 9 months so far, so he's struggling just to complete his task of invading the Ukraine. So involving NATO would not be in his best interest. So with that being said, they had an emergency meeting for NATO today, and it turns out that it could have been a Ukraine missile that hit Poland. Maybe a misfire. Again, kind of hard to tell. This is going to sound really bad, but that's good news. Not good news in the sense that a missile hit Poland and people lost their lives, but at least Russia didn't fire upon Poland, and then we're just at a total brink of World War III, which could turn nuclear. So we're going to see what transpires from that. I saw that actually just before making this video at the meeting, that they said it could have been a Ukraine missile. So it just shows you sometimes, when countries come out and Russia says, Russia says it's not us, it could very well not be them. So we'll see how that turns out. Also last night, former President Trump announced his candidacy for the 2024 presidential election. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I've known this is coming for a long time. I was excited to see that he decided to throw his name in the mix again and run for president. I think that our country was really great when Trump was a president. But, the state of the GOP, which is normally the party that I vote for. If you know me on this channel, or if you know me personally, you know that I'm really a libertarian, but libertarians just really we don't have a lot of pull. The last good guy we have is like Ron Paul, and it's really hard to get a libertarian in office. So I normally vote Republican, and I don't know if it was the best time for Trump to announce him running for president. I think it was good timing on his part because of the incidents that transpired earlier with Poland, to kind of give him that drive of, look, we're in complete chaos, and when Trump was in office, things were much better. So I think that played well for him. But I mean, right now, Ron DeSantis is kind of the guy for Republicans. Just nationwide, he has the highest approval rating, not only in the state of Florida for governor, but across the country, the highest approval rating. People think he's doing the best. So Ron hasn't really announced it yet, but I think we all feel like that Ron is going to announce he's running for president in 2024. So there's a few things that could transpire from this. One, there's always someone has to get the Republican nomination, right? So there's going to be the primaries, which then you're going to have Trump and Ron running against one another, which will be very entertaining. But I don't know that's going to work. I think that if it was me and I was running the Republican Party, I would run Trump as president and I would run Ron DeSantis as vice president. That way, we don't have to have them compete against one another. We can have Trump run the helm, Ron can be VP. Once the 4 years is over, Trump has done his 2 terms and he can't run again, and then Ron can go ahead and run for 2 more terms, and we can get 12 years out of it. 12 years of Republican presidents, getting the ship back right. And I think so. I like Trump. If you know me, you know I like Trump. Trump did what no one else in history has ever done, right? Someone finally broke the system that was this career politician, this deep state, connectee, I guess you could say, that would run for president, and Trump was the first one to do it, and it really shook a lot of things up, pissed a lot of people off. So I really like that. But with that being said, Trump also is kind of a loose cannon. He's irrational, and he rubs people the wrong way. So honestly, if Trump and Ron were to both run separately, I got to think that Ron DeSantis will win the nomination, but not 100%. I guess there's a lot more to go. And just, so some of the stuff that Trump does, I think some people get tired of. For example, the election, right? I don't know about you, but I have some doubts as far as the 2020 election goes, some serious doubts. And I get that people are sick of hearing about it, but Trump also like he likes to beat that dead horse. Actually, in his speech last night, if you watched it, I thought he did a beautiful job. Just some of the statements, some of the clippets, just the overall speech overall. Like one of the ones I really liked was, "This isn't my election. This is our election." He said that he wanted to bring the Democratic Party together with the Republican Party so we can start moving America forward. So there was a lot of good things he said. Is it going to be enough to win back the American people because of the complete corrupt media that we have that will just slander you for anything? I don't know. It's going to be hard. That's really... I have friends that are Democrats. I have friends, I have people that I'm close with that are Democrats. And... they need to understand that you're not battling Republicans. You're battling the media. The media in the United States is so corrupt, it's not even funny. They will pitch you anything, look at Ron. As soon as Ron dominated the state of Florida, right? We'll touch on that a little bit here soon too. He dominated the state of Florida. And as soon as he did, there was already the media throwing out allegations at him. It's the media, and the media have almost destroyed debates. Like when I have debates with my friends that are Democrats and I spit like facts at them, they just refuse to believe it. Like, no, that's not true. Like, no, go look it up. It is true, right? And a lot of that is just from media brainwashing, especially the younger generations, like the Gen Zs and lower. They are like past repair. Like there's no rationalizing with them, as far as because of the media. So who is going to handle the media the best? Obviously, we're going to have Biden and Kamala run again, which I think it really doesn't matter. I think any Republican candidate is going to destroy them. So they're not going to get as much scrutiny from the media as either Republican candidate, whether it be Trump or Ron DeSantis, because in my opinion, those are the two people that have the best chance. So it's already going to be an uphill battle from there, battling against the media. And we're seeing it in this midterm election already, right? I know last time we talked about the midterm election. And that goes back to Trump. Some people close to me brought to my attention just some of the people that Trump endorsed. Maybe they weren't the best candidates, and they did lose some Senate races that, I was hoping for this big red wave, and the Republicans were going to take the Senate, the Republicans did take the House, thank God, but it looks like that the Democrats may keep just a slim majority. I think that maybe even the runoff in Georgia between Warnock, I call him Warlock, Warnock and Herschel, I think even if Herschel were to win, it would still be like a 50-50 split in the Senate. So some of the candidates that Trump put forth lost, and I think that he just didn't pick good people, and I don't want to see the GOP be divided. And Trump is obviously, the big dog on the porch when it comes to the GOP, but you're seeing Ron really start to rise the ranks. I mean, Ron, I haven't really touched too much on Ron this show. I'm actually a really, really, really big fan of Ron DeSantis. I remember when I went to in 2020 when Trump had his rally in Tampa. I went to it and I was more excited to see Ron DeSantis, who was starting to gain some ground in the GOP as far as popularity, but wasn't quite to what he is now. And I was more excited to see Ron than I was Trump. So, Ron has the same ideas. Ron is, he's mega, make America great again. He has the same ideologies. He's smart. He's calculated. So I think he's like a younger, better version of Trump. But we needed Trump to do what he did. We needed someone to get in there and break the system. So it should be really entertaining. I know it's about a year and a half or so. So it'll go quick though. Probably around 2 years. It'll go quick. And we'll just have to see how it develops. Thank God Nancy Pelosi got sent home. I think she already left the fucking country. So that was a relief. That lady has been there for too long. I want to start seeing some of these people that have been there forever start to get sent home. So that was lovely. Mitch McConnell, I really hope that you're next. You've been in there since the 70s, dude. Like, it's just time. Another thing I want to start seeing is term limits. Like, there's no way that these people should be in office for this long. And that's whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. So very eventful. We'll see what transpires. Hopefully, Russia, that whole situation really calms down, because the last thing I want to do, or the last thing I want to see, is World War III. Now, I'm hoping, I'm kind of coming back to the first topic. I'm hoping that people understand like how close that we were yesterday. Like, that is, World War III ain't good. Okay, and we have never, if you're in my generation, I'm saying we, right? I'm a millennial, Gen Zs, and even, what's the other one? I think it's Gen X. We would have never, like, none of us ever been alive for anything like that. COVID was super crazy. You think COVID was crazy. World War III, I mean, it would be a complete disaster. And another good point about World War III, and what scares me the most, is that these elitists, these deep state entities, they love war. They love it. Like, that's how they make money. War is an economy, right? So with our economy in shambles, if you look throughout history, let's look at World War II, when Germany was in just complete despair economically. The Rhinemark was so inflated. What brought them out of it, obviously, was, the Nazis and World War II, right? Same thing with the United States. We weren't in a good situation pre-World War II. Just past the Great Depression, starting to slowly move out of that Great Depression. World War II kicks off, and it really boosts our economy. So we're kind of heading towards an economic downfall. We're heading towards a recession for sure. This time next year, we'll definitely be in recession. So sometimes these elitists, they see this recession coming and they think war. So that scares me, because a lot of people will die. A lot of people. And nuclear war, right? None of this matters if we get hit with a nuclear bomb, right? It's everything that we fought for, everything. Obviously, I don't explain to you what a nuclear bomb does. But so we got to keep our head on straight. If you went out there and voted, I'm proud of you. Florida did amazing. That's really all we can control. If you live here, that's all I can control. So I feel safe for the next 4 years. Hopefully we can keep Florida great. We can keep these communities, and obviously there's no such thing as a utopia. There's no perfect society, but I feel like in Florida we have a pretty good thing going on. I'm trying to think if there was any other topics that I wanted to hit related to these. No, love the speech. Good speech. I don't think that Trump will win the primary. I just hope he doesn't run on his own ticket. That would be really bad. If he creates his own party, kind of like Teddy Roosevelt did, because then you would split votes, and then we gotta have another 4 years of this fucking chaos. So I really hope he just runs as a Republican. If he wins, he wins, great. If he loses, great, and he moves on. But we'll get to see what happens. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I don't know why YouTube won't let me leave comments. It says my comments are turned off. I need to figure out how to turn them back on, because I want to see what some topics that you guys want to hear. But I hope you have a great rest of the day, a great rest of the week. I will see you guys soon, and as always, stay golden.